have a little bit of a Q&A. Thank you so much for sharing your perspectives on cross-device measurement and cross-people measurement. I think we kind of started to get into that as well. Marc, I want to turn to you, and you've been selected at Acxiom by, I'm sure, a number of clients, but Carrefour specifically in this case and for the presentation. What makes a great partnership? And what do you think we should all be doing next as an industry to continue to advance the work that we need to do to build better cross-device measurement?
So I think Michel did a great job of showing sort of how the solution works, but there is, I would like to emphasize one point that we sort of walked through very quickly that's really at the root of, and you saw it in all of the presentations, right? Where we're talking about cross-device and how we behave differently on different devices. At the foundation of this particular solution is a offline identity graph, an industrial strength offline identity graph that allows Carrefour to determine or to identify that those three different devices, if you will, that Jacob was showing are actually tied to the same person by going back in the other direction. At the same time, the cross-device linkage, if you will, without context is you're missing some opportunity in terms of personalization and creating customer experience. So with that offline data set and with their transactional information, you're able to bring information into the campaigns and programs that enable or facilitate greater personalization. So let's not lose sight of the importance of bringing the offline information to help create the bridge, those online bridges, if you will.
I think it's a terrific point with all the discussion we're having about e-commerce, AR, VR, right? Still an awful lot of businesses created in bricks and mortar. So one of the things that we talked, that the industry was encouraged to do earlier today was to become certified by the MRC, and certainly my organization, Foursquare, has stepped up and said, we would like you to look under the hood. That was one step that was mentioned today. We just have a couple of minutes. In addition to volunteering as any one of the solution providers to be certified and or claim, come and take a look at exactly what you're getting, so you make sure what you're getting is what you're paying for and that it's real, unique, and engaged consumers, and it's verified, to use your terminology. What is one thing, we'll just do a quick spin around, what is one thing that you would recommend that marketers or solutions providers do to really advance the industry, because it's what we all came to Spain to do?
All right, then I'll need the microphone for that. I think that to really go high level on it, I think it's important that marketers start asking much more detailed questions. I think that's kind of the high level of it, because every conversation we have around data, there are so many ways, and all we're talking about has data underneath, so there are so many ways of producing data, there are so many ways of leveraging data, there are so many sources of mistakes and sources of data loss in between the platforms that you're choosing and using. So I think if I should give one advice, it would be ask much more detailed questions about the vendors that you are looking to choose and the processes you're looking to set up. And if you don't understand, or if you feel you're not equipped to ask the questions, find some good people that can help you. Terrific.
Marc, do you want to do one very quick one, and then Ron?
I'll just hold. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, you want me to ask a question?
Answer. I can go while you're thinking about it. But I think I'd calibrate or build on what Jacob said a little bit for marketers, and just get involved. I mean, besides asking questions, get involved in the data you're using in terms of knowing what it is. At best, it's accredited and it's a known entity, or at least you know what it is, where it's come from. You've asked those questions, but also get involved in industry initiatives, standard setting, get on a working group. Provide your input, attend a call, educate yourself continuously. We've had some great leadership in the States from the ANA and P&G that have really kind of jumped in with both feet on measurement and knowledge and pushing that. So I think that's been helpful to the industry.
Terrific. I'm going to 28 seconds.
So every single ecosystem marketing have a part of the solution. So I think that we should embrace all a connect strategy before a collect strategy to imagine a common solution to provide to the advertiser and marketers more value.
Thank you. Okay, would you like the final word?
Yeah, I'd like the final word. So Ron and I also had a good conversation yesterday, and now we're talking about getting accreditation and stuff. And I think that there's, I mean, being a European company and you being a US representative, MRC carries a lot of weight outside the US, same as GDPR has some effect in the US. So I think it's also becoming a much more global conversation that we should have around how we're doing this. So I think that would be a nice perspective to get in there. And also raising the hand for the small company. We don't have business in the US, so we cannot get an MRC accreditation. So it would be interesting to figure out how you can kind of go global on what we're doing.
All right, terrific. Thank you so much. Wonderful panel and really appreciate it. Round of applause.